not muted, which it doesn't seem to be the case. Let me just make sure that the stream is working appropriately. Bear with me a minute. It's hard to do that with my VR on. Here we go. I might hear myself coming through the mic, but that's okay. Hello, mic check. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. I think I have everything configured from the chat side of things, so as chats come in through, I should hear them, because in VR I can't see them, but like I said, I can hear them. So we'll see if we'll test that to make sure that that's working today. It was working last time, so I would expect that to work today. But we're here, Manufacturers Cup. Let's go. We signed with Alfa Romero last time around in our last stream as we were preparing for today, which wasn't much of a prep, to be honest with you. We did a lot of our what is this? Oh, the update has us reviewing new terms of service, apparently. Okay, we did all of the time trial stuff just in time too, because now we're getting the payouts for them. Should be 3, right? Oh yeah, here's the second one. And where's the third one? There it is. So next week I'll have to take a look at these other new ones. We have a couple of days at least for this one. But we're here. We need to register before we are too late for this first event. Oh, it starts in 7 minutes. So we're right on time. Now, I'm not 100% sure. We'll put ourselves on softs to start off with, so it should dump us into... I wonder if I should do it this way. I can't. I got an idea. We'll come back to this in just a second. I want to change the default. I have a system for that. I have not put any parts on this car. Yet. So let's change the name of this. I like to have one base setup that I don't touch. It's kind of like the default one. And then I'll duplicate it to what I call main. And this is where I make my main setups to it. And then I will, from this one, I figure this is going to be like the most optimized. And then if I run into like a performance points problem, then I need to tinker with it, then I will duplicate it like this, for example, and let's just make it up. Let's just say it was 700 using softs. Oops. Then I would have a setting. I would have a setup for it. And I would just pick that. But for now, we don't have one for that. So let's go back to the main one, and we'll change this to the softs. Nope, that's the mediums. There we go. So by default, we're going to be on the softs. This sport mode thing, this Manufacturer's Cup lists mediums and softs as required. I don't know if that means we have to use both of them, or if we just have to, we're limited to the two of them, so the required types. Usually it just says usable tires. So it makes me think that we have to switch between one or the other. I'm not 100% sure. Now I've practiced this race before, and I can do 20 laps on the mediums. Obviously it's slower than the mediums are slower than the softs. And I'm pretty sure that even 20 laps on mediums is still slower than softs with a pit stop back to softs. Because it's only about 20-24 seconds in the pit. And I figure if you're going 1 second slower on softs and mediums, that's 20 seconds right there. Obviously I'm not that consistent. But you can see where my brain's at on that one. Fuel should not be a problem either, so we should be okay there. I want to warm up a little bit though, so we're gonna just get into this. Now this is gonna let me know as people are joining, and unfortunately I won't have any visibility into any of that stuff. So I'm just gonna be assuming that I'm talking to my girls, who are some of my biggest fans. I know that they like to watch the streams after the fact, especially the long ones. They like to watch them in segments. So that's who I'm talking to today. But if you haven't visited this channel before, HoldMyBrew Racing is a part of the HoldMyBrew network that I've created. It's a new brand that I've launched this year, and I'm a no gimmicks kind of guy, and I carry that over to the channel here. So we're not going to be talking about any of that normal YouTube stuff. That's not how I roll. We're going to be focusing on just trying to upskill ourselves, be professional, be respectful, I should say. That's the kind of racing that we're going to be doing. This camera is really close. Okay, let me get myself into better position first. And like I mentioned, that no gimmicks attitude carries over into all the stuff that I do. So I love being independent, and that's how we do things here. Just keep things all about the racing. And of course the skills that go into what it means to be a clean driver. Oh man, I did a great job cleaning my lenses today because this looks fantastic. Normally it's got a little bit of fuzz or sweat or something, but yeah, I did a good job. Now I'm not using my gloves right now. I want to get through a race first. I feel like I'm used to the other car that doesn't have this. I feel a little congested on the left side of my car here. Ooh, that's going to be a fun turn. Let's practice that again. Yeah, it still feels really close. I think I need to be in second gear for that turn, but it's hard to say at that speed. Yeah. Where does this peak at? Right there? Okay. Okay, that's interesting. You kind of have to really be on the brakes before you can downshift. And I'm not sure if I should be in fourth here. Kind of feels nice in third, but I like I said, I don't have a baseline set yet to know the difference. I guess we'll finish one lap. I am kind of flying blind. Oh man, that's fun. Alright, that feels nice. I just kind of guessed 2 checkdowns. Oh, it just feels good. I'm wondering if it's 2 or 3 shifts. I'm gonna try 2. Yeah, I think 2 is gonna be good. Now they updated the physics, and in my opinion, I think right on time. I don't exactly think that the physics are perfect, but I love how you just need to be careful with the edges of the track now. That's really cool. We'll see how it works out for me. I'm not exactly the best, cleanest driver, but so it might prove a factor in this race. Can I just full send it? Yes, I can. I let off a little bit there. I guess at 100, and 100's pretty good. Yeah, I think I can upshift the second faster there too. So I also don't know what a fast lap looks like. So, but that's obviously not one. I would imagine 207, 205, somewhere in that range. We'll see what we can get. I mean, that kind of feels fast. We're going to try fourth gear this time. Oh yeah, we can do this in fourth. And I don't know if that's fast yet either. We'll find out obviously in the race. Whoa, okay. So I can't do that. Look at this drifting. I feel like this is just new. Alright, let's reset. Oh, what time is it? It is 7:46. Alright, we should be good to register for the race. Let's do that now before we forget. Yeah, here we go. Hello? There we go. And we're in. Alright, so we have free practice for the next 10 minutes. Which we're going to take advantage of, obviously. I'm going to get myself a little bit more comfortable. Bear with me just a minute. No texts, okay. Okay, we're back to that. Where's my water? That's not that. Hold on, I can't see it. I operate off of feel, so I need to know where everything is. So like I know where my phone is relative to my wheel. Okay, let me try it again. Okay, there's my water. Yep. Okay, I can feel the cup holder. That feels right. I have that. If I need my gloves, they're right here. Which one is this? This is the... Sorry. I don't have access to my mute button super quickly, so I just grabbed it. I got one more sneeze coming now. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh man, the downsides of not having a controller is I can't hit that mute button as quickly as I wanted to. That came up and snuck on me. But this glove I'm holding, this feels like the right hand, so I'm going to put that over here. And then this one must be the lefty. Let's just try it on. I'm not going to use the gloves to start off with. Yeah, this is the lefty. If I get into like 2 or 3 of these races and I start feeling sweaty or fatigued, then I'll switch over. But at least I know where they are. All right, let's get into it. So, like I said, we're in that Alfa Romero. Super fun car. I found a really fun Pez branded skin. I modified it to remove all the other branding because I'm not affiliated with anyone or anything. And I like it looking pretty clean. I wonder if there's a way to... No, I don't think there's a way to look at it. But it's pretty sick. Okay, let me try and sit. That's better. Alright, let's get this set up. Try to full send the first corner and get a feel for it. I haven't done any practice laps in this car other than the one that you just saw. So I don't have really a good sense of speed or pace. I didn't set any qualifying times, nothing. But I do know the track... Oh, that does not shift right when I hit the brakes. Okay. Looks like we can stay in third there. That's pretty smooth. Oh, a little late. Overall pretty good. This car handles great. Oh, I don't think I needed to tap the brakes there either. So 33 in that section. We'll get a feeling for the checkpoints. Get my wires all mixed up. Oh, that's not going to be it. Okay, I need to shift down the second there. So that's the new update right there, is just the continuous drifting, which is pretty cool, honestly. I think that part of it's pretty cool. But it resets whenever I get resetted. It sort of changes my sense of where the steering wheel is. Here we go, in front of me. And maybe that's just in my brain. Maybe it isn't resetting, but it feels like it is. Oh, that's not fast enough to tell. Okay, let's do a reset here, because we also have car damage, and there's no point in setting that as a lap time right now. I have some at the door. Let me just double check what this is all about. 1 second, 1 second.
But not like YouTube, right?
Right, watch like shows, Disney Plus, all that kind of stuff. All right, sorry about that. I have one of my kids trying to figure out what they can do to entertain themselves. For now, at least, they have a timer. So she's like, "Can I watch YouTube?" No, you cannot watch YouTube right now. Unless you're watching me. She's not gonna do. Not that one. My other kids are the ones that like to watch my streams. Not that one. She's too small. We're too young. She just likes the idea. For about 10 seconds. I'm trying to fix my headset still. It's not quite comfortable. Yeah, I definitely do not need to tap the brakes there at all. Oh, that felt good. I didn't actually see a 33.9. I think last time was a 33.8. So that's probably about what we're gonna do. Wonder if I should just stay in fourth there instead of upshifting to fifth. There's upshift earlier. Not bad. I really want to see what a lap comes together to be. I just don't know. This was a 2-shifter this time. Now that's not a line that's going to stick around for long with these soft tires. I'll have to eventually fade and take a wider on that second apex to take a wider line. Yeah, last time I just sent it. You can totally send it. That's great. Okay, this feels like a pretty competitive lap. Alright, 2028. Okay, that's a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a 4 or 5. Well, I'm still fixing my headset. Oh, I was late to that turn. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay, so... Whew, that's going to be fun. I mean, I obviously was turning a little bit, but I wasn't really on the gas like that. I was a little bit on the gas. So we're going to need to tiptoe that section and not be too worried about positions. So if we get any pressure, it's okay to let people by, at least for the first one. But I mean, I'm digging it. I like this, like the way this feels. Hold on, let me just switch to the, I need to switch my seat around still. It's not quite comfortable. And it's a pretty long race. 20 laps on that lap. So what, 2 minutes apiece? It's a 40-minute race. I'll take it, 2028. I think that's good. I wonder, does it, like, should I have sandbagged a little? Like, should I have not set that time? That's the question. Hold on, let's get this set up. Alright, that's good. I think, let me hold on. I have to double check something. Okay, good. I'm pretty sure I set up the voice to text or the text to voice working set up correctly. So I'm not really fishing for comments or anything like that. But if you don't, I know I have a viewer at the moment. If you can just give me a quick test message or comment, then at least lets me know that the chat to speech is set up appropriately, because nothing comes through in the VR. If not, no worries. Anyways, we're going to go ahead. We have 3 minutes left here. I'm going to hydrate in a second. Oh, I don't need to hit the brakes there. Or actually, I take that back. I do need to hit the brakes there, but I was going a lot faster on the entry in that last lap. You know, I'm going to try this in third and see what this is like. See if we pull away. So not too much of a difference being aggressive there. I think staying in fourth is probably going to be better for the tires, considering the speed difference was not that significant. Oh wow, we can make up a lot of time in that corner. I hit the grass there a little bit. Yeah, this car feels great. All right. Just getting a feel for the car. All right, let me make sure my wires are out of the way. I have my PlayStation sitting to the right of me, so the VR headset has to flow from, because it plugs in on the left side, so it flows from basically my left ear down and kind of across my lap. But if I notice, like if I bend around or move around, it kind of pulls a little bit, so I like have to tuck it into the chair that I'm sitting in, or like right underneath my armpit. I have to tuck it in a little bit. A little behind the scenes magic for you. This should be a lot of fun. I'm like so excited right now. I cannot wait to see what this is like. I know it's going to be carnage, because all the races in Gran Turismo and carnage in the first turn. I don't expect that to be any different. But a 20 lap race kind of is an equalizer. Like the duration of the race is sort of a great equalizer there. So I think as long as we don't push the envelope, don't go off track, we can give up a few seconds and make it up as the race goes on. For the most part, it's just so hard to be that consistent. I mean, we're only in C class, so it's not like we're racing against the guys who are actually really good. We'll be racing a bunch of guys like ourselves, so yeah, I know that I'm throwing away seconds per lap. Okay, I can't do that. Interesting. I need to be... We have 30 seconds. I'm not going to push it, but... at least I know I need to respect the curbs here. So I just need to remember that if we're in pursuit of someone or someone's right on our tail, we can leave the insides kind of open like that, like this, have them push the envelope, and they'll probably make a mistake. We can use that as a pressure tactic. But here we go. It's race time, baby. Oh, it does take our time. Okay, good. Time to... No. Oh, you know what? Do I have a... Shoot, I don't think I have a... I should put a live message on. Live... Let's do that. Let's do that. There we go. Have a good race, everybody. All right, so the times obviously put us into a faster group, a decent group, I should say. because I don't know how much faster these guys are. But we hit a 202. So I'm imagining that's pretty good to put us in the 4th position. Unless this is just a random assortment of names. I don't exactly know how that goes. But I feel like it would be based off of your free practice time, that they would rank you up and sort you up this way. So this should be a pretty competitive race, honestly. I'm glad I'm not near the bottom of the list. I know we're going to have a qualifying session, so that's not really going to make a difference. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me double check, make sure the microphone is still coming through okay. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Yep, perfect. I'd hate to find out that the microphone wasn't working in the middle of at the end of a race, you know. That's one of my worst thoughts when I'm streaming is, oh my god, what if my microphone's not working or not on? You just can't tell anything when you're in VR. But I don't actually recognize any of those names, so I don't have a history of most any of those guys. On my main account, sometimes I'll get into these lobbies and I'll recognize people right away. Let's see if we can get onto the track, or when we get onto the track. I don't know how it does that, but let's lean forward here, get a good reset on the camera. Okay. So we're not going to push the envelope on the outlap. We just want to get to the finish line, and then by the time it gets to that long straight on the back end of the track, that's when I'll be paying attention to my distance relative to the person behind me. But we're just coasting right now. Yeah, we don't want to end up like that guy in the middle of the race, especially not on a qualifying lap. So we're just coasting it. We're not going to try anything stupid. We just want to try and maybe get 2 laps out of this qualifier. Like, those guys are battling. That should not be happening. The guy in the black there, if he messed up, should just coast and get out of the way and slow up a little bit, because you just want to get a good run going into the main lap. Like, you don't want to like have any beef with anybody. So right here I see one guy coming up. We're just coasting. Trying to keep a good gap from the guy behind me. This is appropriate. Yeah, this is good. So as long as we don't get into anything stupid, we should be able to do a good lap here. Strategies aside, here we go. Oh, that's too much braking. Okay, let's set up a lap. Oh, I missed my shift there. I need to be careful with the that RPM there. I'm not exactly sure what it is. See, this is what I was afraid of, is we're going to have traffic messing up our laps. He needs to recognize that his lap is already gone. Find a way to let us by. Move. Alright, we're gonna let this guy go. He's already screwed us up so bad. What an idiot. We'll have time for another lap though, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want to get close. I want this group behind me to be in closer, because we have front damage from that bump. But we need to get around this guy because I'm assuming he's going to end up making another mistake, which is going to really suck. Alright, we have a decent gap here. That damage is still there. You notice that? It's like almost an entire lap. What's going on here? Yeah, it's still blinking. Oh my god, I'm not paying attention. Let's let these guys go. Alright, so the first race is, we're not going to get a good position here. It is what it is. We make mistakes like that, you have to pay the consequences. Gotta be very careful not to be turning on that green stuff. What the I'm letting him through! We're gonna be starting at the back of the pack there. We're gonna apologize for that. Trying. So we're going to take last place on this. Let's go ahead and just practice anyways. Not a great 201, 202, 203s. Those are pretty fast. I think we probably should have sandbagged a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. We'll take whatever results we get. We'll probably do 2 or 3 of these races unless we end up winning one. Or maybe getting a podium. If we get a podium on the first race, though, we're just going to keep going. Because I don't care too much about the score. I mean, I want to have a good result, but I'm not that worried about it. So about another 33. Woo! I've been dealing with this pinched nerve in my lower back, and it's basically making my left leg, my left thigh, go numb. Or at least, you know, kind of feels like it's gonna go, like it's going dead. And I can already feel it tightening up. I never really use my left leg, obviously, unless I'm braking, but it's not comfortable in my position, my setup, to just leave it resting on the pedal. So I have to like lower it and put it aside, but then it kind of hurts over time because I'm like lifting my leg all the time instead of just pressing down with my foot. So I need to figure that out, but yeah, that's a future problem. Really irritated that I tried getting out of the way for that guy. I didn't want to cover the inside, so I hope that doesn't mess up his lap time too much. I know I really messed up his car. The good thing that we need to remember is that the ghosting is set to strong, so there's a really good likelihood that the first corner, if people aren't paying attention, they'll end up going off the track if they're anticipating to bounce off of the person in front of them and they ghost. So we need to, fortunately we're going to be starting way back in the pack, so we're not going to have that problem. We're just going to let the first corner happen. That Einstein guy was a troll though. Like, I don't understand what they were doing. They're just screwing everybody's race. Or lap times, I mean. It was not cool. Oh, actually, you know what? I think it was the leader that got into us. Because I recognized that I was looking for a green car and I didn't see it, so it must have been this person. What kind of car is that, by the way? The RCF? I don't know, idea what that is. Oh, there's another one. GT3 Prototype 16, GT3 17. Oh, interesting that there's two of them. I can't tell from here. I have no idea what that is. Hold on, I can see an email here. No, that's not what I need. Okay. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, but then also more importantly, any other notifications in case anyone needs me downstairs. Oh, I got a trophy. Driving with other players online, you matched the distance covered by the entire German Autobahn network. Alright, everyone must have that one. Here's the points table for this race. Doesn't seem like a lot of points. 4-point differential between first and fourth. So honestly, you're not... if you're only going to be getting these types of points, and these points kind of matter because it's already pretty tight, but otherwise, it's not that big of a deal. Where's 25? Yeah, 4 points, 2 points, 1 point. So finishing in the top 5 is really not that... It's 5 points. You know, I'm assuming that the point scales are going to go up as the racing goes on throughout the day. That's kind of how I would anticipate that that's going to work. That's how I would do it. I would have the first points race paying out the fewest points, because from what I read, you keep your latest result regardless of if you've earned higher points in the previous race. So I would encourage people to want to get a race in early, but then those early races that probably aren't going to have all the best guys in it shouldn't pay that well. So that's my theory. I don't actually know if that's how it works. So we'll see. I don't think I've seen this intro other than watching it on the like watching the actual racers do the Manufacturers Cup. This is new. It's cool. And if you know why the Gran Turismo trophy looks like a Gundam, let me know. It looks so weird. Alright, my leg is not going to make it. I need to change my position or something. Let's rotate this chair. Okay, I think this will work. Yeah, I can't keep my foot in that position for too long. Alright, we'll see if that affects how many races I can do today. But I plan on doing at least 3 of these today. That's my plan. And I don't really care what this first result or the second result is. Like, I'm really setting myself up for the third race. So win or anything else, I don't care. I do think I kind of screwed myself up, though, by setting a fast lap. I think I should have just set the baseline low for that first race to get a feel for the track, because, again, I don't want to mess these guys up. Because I imagine they put in laps, and I did not. There I am. Look at me go. What? Okay, let's do this. Alright, leaning forward here just so I get a good spawn from the camera reset there. There we are. I wonder how far up the pack we can go. I'm going to say it would be great to get 8th. But we are in it now. We missed the shift again. I need to be very careful. I've been doing that so many times. I just did it again. Yeah, I don't want any penalties. So that's what we're going for. When I say clean race, I'm thinking like, obviously it would be nice if the game would tell us that we had a clean race, but I want 0 penalties. So we're going to try and force a mistake here without causing it, I guess you can say. Oh! Sorry. I tried darting up the inside. So we're just taking it easy. Let the race kind of come to us. I'm setting, I set sort of my own goals on top of it, like, so I don't get too high and emotional on the actual position of the race. What I'm trying to do here is get through as many drivers as I can, legitimately. That's what I'm all about, and that's my thing here. That's what I would call clean racing. So we'll pressure mistakes, but we're going to try to minimize the contact. And try to have some really good moments. Like that one was pretty cool. We almost got into the back end of that person, but we didn't. Oh, and they're off the track. There we go. And we really didn't lose toe with the guy that we bumped here. He's right here the whole time, so I kind of expected that's how the first lap's going to go. The leaders are going to get away, and we're going to have this damage for who, God knows how long. But we're right back up onto this crew. We broke a little bit early. We're going to try and get a good run out of this corner. Which we did. We'll stay outside and we'll tuck in right about now. There we go. We got around the guy that was questionable. We're going to say that this guy's outside. Oh, never mind. He's coming over. We're going to try the same move as we did on the other guy. Didn't work. I wasn't sure if they were going to drift a little bit and we could sneak up the inside, but it didn't work, so we hit the brakes and backed off. They're gone. How much we can do there? We got double damage on both sides of us. I think it was that Einstein guy that got into the back of us, and that's just really bad driving because you can see what's going on in front of you. To know that you gotta back off and try to avoid the drama there, to avoid contact. So rear contact like that is usually always caused by the person behind. And there was plenty of time to, I think, react to that situation because you can see how I never got to the guy that was immediately in front of me, but you can see that he's spinning out. I think there was just a lack of patience. But that's a difference maker. And I said 8th place, but we're already at 9th. I didn't think that was going to happen on the first lap. I mean, technically it's the second lap, but you know what I mean. I can brake way later there. The damage is not healing. Does it not heal at all? Is that what's going on here? I didn't actually see what the limitations of this race was, but it seems like we don't actually heal from damage, which is interesting. We do have a guy behind us that's catching up. I did kind of back off a little bit for this section of the track. This person's on a controller. That's why they're zigzagging so much. So we should be able to get a good run right here. Didn't work out again. Oh, got it. So that's another instance. You can see that the traffic, like you can see I'm reacting to the guy in front of me, right? And I can't go faster than the guy in front of me is. That's obviously not a passing lane, so you have to know when to get back into it. Like this is that's a pass that should have happened, but I wasn't close enough. There's no reason to get to the back end of me right there. And I think people are just trying to do their hot laps, but they're not paying attention to what's actually happening in the race. There we go. Pass complete. Now we're gonna distance ourselves. I need some water though. Let's see if I can get this done. Oh yeah, I did. Where's the cup holder? I mean there it is. Whew. That was sketchy, but I did it. All right, let's close the gap. Oh, that front damage finally healed. Yeah, it finally healed. I think we got that turn pretty well. Now, just because we have no one in front of us and we want to go fast is not a good excuse to override this section and give up positions. So we're going to be careful there. Oh, I did not mean to do a double shift. That sucked. We hit a purple, though. That was cool. I didn't see what the time was. Oh, the yellow car behind us just went off the track. So like I said, I'm on a different car. I did test the tires and I was able to get at least 9 laps out of softs. I can go 10, but it was a little sketchy. And so I need to make a call if it's worth it. Oh my god, I'm going off the track. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I just totally gave that up. Let's get rotated. I didn't get on the brakes appropriately enough. That's look at all the positions we just lost because I was not locked in. I got too careless. We'll make them back though. But like I was saying, I got to 9 laps. I think even 10 laps. But it was just a little sketchy, and you want to avoid moments like that if you can help it. Stay off that green stuff. So what my plan here was to test what required tires means by starting with the softs requiring a pit, and then seeing if I'm allowed to pick softs again or if it says mandatory mediums. Then I'll just confirm that, guessing. Okay, we're gonna need to go third here because we're not gonna get the speed. But we should be able to make a pass here. Oh, I went wide. I couldn't get inside of that person fast enough. Alright, I was being quiet there, no reason intentionally to do that, but just was keeping my speed up. We should have the pass here made. We held our line. Yeah, that was great. So we held our line, got the pass. Unfortunately, another person spun out like we did last lap. So we'll just stay on the pace and keep going. We're about halfway through the life of these tires. Oh, I went late on that. I had to let off. Yeah, we're making up great time in that section. So 3 seconds off. I mean, this is 1.7 because we haven't set a good lap yet. So we'll see how the next couple laps go. Yeah, we're making up great time on this in this section too, but obviously we need to be careful. We got to stay on our toes with the grass there. It's so hard to make a pass through here. Oh, we were half a second faster there. We got. Oh, I let off. Okay, no one behind us to worry about. Oh man, what a bummer. What a bummer. It's really hard to pass cleanly. I got one on that last lap, but yeah, it's been hard. I think we should catch right back up to these guys in that last chicane, because we were about this distance on the previous lap. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do it this time. What was that lap? I didn't see it. Oh, they're slowing each other up. I'm telling you, that Einstein guy is just not very clean yet. Still think he's still working on some racecraft. You should not be taking people out like that. Just give up the spot. But I know he's not going to give up the spot, and we don't want to lose time here. So we'll force a mistake. Make him uncomfortable. See if he goes for the takeout. No takeout. Clean. We'll give him a thank you on the blinkers there. All right, so we'll gap that person. Oh no, 7th place is out. Well, you know what I'm saying, not like out of the race. We have 6th in front of us, which is feels doable. See what kind of gap we're dealing with here. Someone's in the pit already. Yeah, we have a pretty decent gap. Oh, they're coming out of the pit. So we need to be careful here. I don't know what they switched to or from. Oh no, 3-second penalty for crossing the pit line. That sucks. What a careless mistake that is. I hate doing it. So we don't need to make an aggressive pass or look for a pass here. They're gonna face that penalty on the leading into that last fast straight section. So we just have to stay close. But we'll get this position as well. at least temporarily, right? Because they've pitted and we haven't. So this tells you that this person was 20 seconds ahead of us. So it will definitely be hard to make this time back up once we pit. That's why we want to make a clean pass here. But I'm not in a hurry to go to these mediums. I think we can do at least one more lap. And we are gaining on the person in 5th. Right? I see them closer than they were last lap. And I might pit with that person. Oh, I got plenty of tires left. What am I talking about pitting right now for? This is the fast qualifier. So let's see if we can keep a toe with this person. They did a 201 to our 202. But I'm guessing they were either on mediums and switched to softs or started on softs. I would assume it's the latter, because if I were in the lead, I would have started on softs. Which means we're gonna have pretty similar grip at the moment. Fresh mediums to like half-use softs. And obviously we're going to have to give up this position because, again, we haven't pitted and they have. So at the moment, 7th feels doable. Oh, off the track. 2 people off the track. That's a good section for us to make the pass, though, because this is fast. We can make up a lot of time. Although they saved it pretty well. They're both on the track, so good job on them to save it. They only lost a few seconds. Oh, that's close to the green. Man. .203. I'll take it. Oh, I'm just kind of being quiet there as I'm really locked in. We didn't get into the 33s there, which we have in the past, so that's a good sign that we're going fast enough. But again, we have not pitted, so we can't get caught up in the status of looking at first and second here. It's not really first and second, this battle. Unless, you know, we can go another couple of laps and we're not really gapping the guys behind us either. To be expected, they are fast. At least one of those was the fast qualifier. So it's just about trying to maximize time on these softs around mistakes. So if we can get like 5 laps at a second faster, that's 5 seconds, you know? It's a third of a pit stop almost. Oh, I said 20 seconds, so it's a quarter, not a third. Tires looking great though. We're going to stay on these a little bit longer. So again, we don't want to get into this person at all. That's our fastest lap time so far this race. There's the mistake. We didn't capitalize on it though. We're going to just keep the pressure up. And hopefully the person will overdrive one of these corners. There's it right there. Was one move right there, but not enough to take the lead, or you know what I'm saying, the position. So we'll hold here, brake a little early. This is allowing the guys behind us to catch up though, unfortunately. I think I am faster than this person in front of us by a little bit. And so we're driving their pace, which means if we were a second faster, now we're a second slower than we were the previous lap. So we're going to hope for a mistake here and we can get a clean pass. We got a better drive. I don't think it's enough to make the pass though. So we need to be careful when we make this turn, because I'm not sure if they're doing a full send. So I'll just get off the gas a little bit. Yeah, they're not sending it. We're gonna try and get a good run right here. Oh, they're going. Oh, no, I thought they were going to the pit. Nope, don't get into me. All right, tires looking still okay. I had a downshift there. I went a little too wide on that second apex. But hopefully now this person, no, they're not dropping. Never mind. I thought they were gonna. I thought the other group behind them was catching up, but they seem to have fallen off as well. And that could just be because of the tires. That could be because of that. But we were able to make these tires last a lot longer than I was anticipating them to go for. So we'll get as many laps on these softs as we can. I did that brake tap a little too early, so we don't have a great angle there. Still fast enough to keep going though. Not our fastest lap yet either, but close. Oh no, too deep. All right, we corrected it with the that downshift there. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing really good. I don't normally upshift there. I'm not sure why I did that time. We'll take it. Oh my god, that was not nearly on the brakes long enough. That was a much better line, I think. I'm gripping the steering wheel a lot with my right hand. I feel my thumb already getting a little sore. I was squeezing a lot there. I didn't need to squeeze as much. I think we'll stay out for one more lap. We hit 204, which is still good. As long as we're hitting those lap times, I don't see a reason to pit until we get a little bit worse on the tires. So far, so great. Yeah, not our fastest section. That's not our fastest attempt through that section, but I'm gonna attribute that to the tires going. I'm being a little conservative through those sections as well because we're too late in the race to have a spin out. That was a lot slower. I've noticed 3 people drop off on the race, by the way. There's only 13 people left. Oh, I did it again too early. I think we can do one more lap. Oh, that was bad. I did that too early and almost went right into the green section. You know what? We're going to do it now. I think I can do one more lap. Oh yeah, we do need to switch to mandatory. Okay, great. 27 more laps. No, we don't need to, we don't need any fuel. So we are in the pits, and we're gonna get out by 2 positions. Looks like we should be out of here in 5th place. It'll be close though. It'll be close. Oh, I forgot to lean forward. Oh, we ended up in 3rd. Hell yeah. Now we have to pretend that these tires are not new softs and just continue racing the lines as we were. Those worn softs are basically fresh mediums. So we don't really need to change anything in our lines. We should just be okay. Unfortunately, I forgot to lean in, and so my camera angle is a little off. And that might be playing a factor. Now remember, we're not like super aggressive in this first pass. We're planning on doing 2 more races. So if this person behind us gets up to us and gives us a lot of pressure because of our mistakes or something, then I'll just let them by. Because again, I'm not putting all my eggs in this one race's basket, but I don't want to be taken out. So I think I can do well enough for this next section to give them the pass in the start straight. Well, they went wide there. Oh, they dropped off there. Yeah, they did not have a good exit on those corners. If they were on my tail right now, I would have totally let them by. But now they're too far away. They need to catch back up to us. This is too slow to stop. Whoa, we got a little swirly. Oh, they went off the track. They went off the track. I think we looked too juicy. Like they had more pace than us and they got a little excited and pushed it and to continue closing that gap, and that should be the race. We should be able to finish this in third. I'm just taking a conservative line there. I don't see anyone behind us that will catch us. So we're just going to bring this home. Although that was a pretty fast section right there. Almost our best. Oh, that was one of our fastest laps too. We have not gotten close to the twos. A little wide there. I lost some pace. I need to either shift down to second to get some rotation. I wonder if that's the leaders in front of us, because we did another decent section just now. I mean, nothing to write home about, but you know, if you can keep it under half a second from your fastest, that's a good thing. So if those two are the leaders and they start to battle, we might have a chance to have an even better result. Oh, I missed the shift there. Take it back. Take it all back. Yeah, no reason to get excited if we can't actually see them in this straight. Oh, there they are. 2042. Not terrible, nothing great. And I think that's just going to be the pace that we're going to need to be at for the remainder of this race, is at 2:04. I mean, I did have a couple of mistakes in it, though. Oh my gosh, like that one. But you got to be very careful not to go off track. You better hit the brakes. Oh. We're going too slow there. And got onto the inside grass. All that grass section is just fatal. Yeah, we're about the same pace as the leaders in front, because as soon as we came through that checkpoint, they were right here in the hairpin. Granted, we did make a couple of mistakes. I just don't think we're going to close the gap in 2 laps or a lap and a half. Or no, it's 2 more laps past this one, so 2.5 laps. Yeah, I'm really squeezing the wheel on that turn. I need to take it easy. Yeah, see, we still can't see them here. Uh, 404, or I'm sorry, 4.4. Last one was a 4.2. This is feeling pretty fast. Yeah, so we're in that 0.2s of when we were in the softs. That's great. That's really good. That's really good, because I think it's almost 0.3 faster than we were in the last lap. Oh, we just saw a person right there. We're definitely making progress. So they must have had some issues, because they're right there. About 5 seconds, 6 seconds behind. So that would be my guess. Still can't see them on this straight though. So not within pouncing range distance. Look, I mean, we can see them right there, but yeah, too much of a distance. But we're gonna try and keep pushing it, because one mistake and when we're in second. Oh, a big mistake somehow. What's going on? Are they gonna pit? Did they mess up their tire situation? I wonder if they're like, I hope they're not slowing down to like mess us up. Because we can take a third comfortably. But the leader's right there too. Very odd. I wonder if it's like a tire issue. Because we do have pretty strong mediums to beat for this late in the race, so it could be a tire issue. We'll see what's going on here. They're not letting us by, so they must have just made a mistake. We'll make them nervous. There it is. That's the mistake. That's all pressure. That was all for just showing the inside and then tucking back underneath. That's what created that mistake. That was a late brake on their part, and then they went off the track. So we're going to dab the brakes right there and just cruise it on in. But that was all because they messed up the previous lap. I mean, they lost like 5 seconds. That was weird. Because they were like, we couldn't barely see them, and now they were right on the back wheel going over the finish line. So that was kind of nuts. I don't know what happened to Nixter there, but a big mistake on, 2 laps to go caused us to get right up on the backside, and yeah, that was the race. Hey, not bad for a first race. That was fun. I gotta admit, I needed some water though. Hold on, let me get this water. Now remember, there's only 1 point separating all of us. So even though Nixter didn't get second place, it was only a loss of 1 point. So it really isn't that significant. I mean, we were 6.7 seconds off the leader. What's the difference? 1 point in the championship. So it really doesn't make a difference. So we're going to get, I think, 24 points for this race. Yeah, not a big deal. Let me just check this stream here. Yep, that looks like it's still running. Oh man, what a fun race. We stayed on the softs for a long time. I imagine that most of the people in this race are going to be thinking about staying on the softs for a bit longer. Unless they started with the mediums, and they definitely stayed on the mediums too long. But we were able to go, almost 15 laps on those softs. That's pretty nuts. Well, there we go. We went up 14 positions. We started in 16th, dead last, and finished in second place. Gotta love it. That was a lot of fun. I don't imagine every race will be as dramatic and like that, but given the new update and the delicacy you need to have with touching the green stuff, I imagine that played a factor in this race because there were a lot of accidents and spinouts. We want to do this one. A lot of fun. Everybody left though, so no one really saw it. Oh man, that was fun. We did good. Yeah, we did really good. We can get in on the next race by 15 seconds. Let's go. Let us in. Come on, let us in. Why are we not getting in? Okay. Whew, that was a close one. Like, bro, we hit the green button. Let's go. All right, matchmaking starts in 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, I'm going to need more water. Let's finish hydrating. All right, looks like nobody that I recognize here, or I'm recognizing anybody here that was in our previous race. Yeah, I don't recognize anybody here. The Genesis, is that what that is? That's what it said. Oh, it says we have 27 points. What, does it accrue points? Like, why do we have points? Oh, interesting. Why do we get 27 points? Hold on. Okay, well, this one's worth more points. But I thought it was 25. Oh, it was 28, 27. That's right. So it went up. It went up by 3 points. So we'll see how this goes. Tell everybody have a great race. Hopefully they do. That last race was fun. You know, same tactics for this one. We're gonna try and get a good qualifying. Last qualifying sucked, dead last, but finishing second was dope. If we can start top 3, top 4, hopefully not get blown out in the first couple corners, maybe we can win the race. Obviously, these are much different racers. Most of these have not raced the first race yet, so they might just be super fresh. I'm not really sure. You never know who's been practicing. You just never know who's been practicing. So we'll see. I'm going to get on the gas, though. I'm going to try and get my camera set up better. Because I forgot to do it when I came out of the pit, and it was like I was constantly looking like this for the whole race. It was weird, but I made it work. I kind of just had to like lean over. Oh man, that was fun. Alright, we are trying to get out of the pits. Where we go, we are out of the pits. Looks like we're going to be 3rd coming out of the pits. Oh, this person's all over the place. Let's see if we can get around him. Maybe not. I think they're just getting their bearings. We'll coast here. I don't want to let anyone else to close up behind us if we can help it. We'll back off. Oh, we might have got a penalty just now. Got an itch on my nose. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm on softs. So we got a good run off this. We should be able to make this pass, and then we'll have clear track. See, if that was me and I had made that mistake, I would have let them go. We're gonna let this person go because we don't have anyone behind us right now. There we go. Alright, that's about as good a gap as we're going to get to set a hot lap here without wasting any time. Because that's about the same speed you want to come out of the that chicane into the final straight. Oh, we're going to make that turn? Yes, we are. That was a 33. We'll take it. No one really on our tail here, so we don't have to press the envelope too much. But already I feel like the pace is going to be good. So we should be in the top 5. I'm hoping that this person doesn't make any mistakes here, so we don't have to worry about a late lap pass. That'll ruin our lap time. Okay, good. That was the leader. Okay, good. They stayed ghosted. I mean leader, but you know, it wasn't really the leader. It was like the first person out of the pit. So we should have the fastest lap to start with because we've gained on this person, and the person in front of this person just, you know, spun out. But we'll see for how long we can keep it. But I'm comfortable with this lap regardless of what it is. Oh my god, it's a 2:01.5. Let's go. That's the fastest lap period that we've ever set. Alright, that's currently the second fastest time in front of us. So we'll keep toe. I can't believe we set a 2:01. I mean, it felt fast. It didn't feel that. I didn't think they felt that fast, though. Whew. That felt great. So if we keep the positions as they are, I really hope late breaker is not that late of a breaker in the first corner. We're gonna pull off and go into the pits, I think. Yeah, we're just... No, I don't want to get into that person, so I was braking a little early for them. So we'll just chill up here. We'll chill here for the next 30 seconds so that the lap time ends. And then we'll pull in so we just get the checkered flag. We should be clear. I don't think anybody's going to come into us here. Oh. We got to keep moving, though. We just want to make 6 seconds. I forgot about that stopping penalty. We'll wait for it to say final lap. There we go. Alright, that's done. So we locked in. We locked in and we got pole position, unless Goggles here has a super hot lap. We'll have to wait and see what they earned. What else? I don't actually see the other guy that was faster. He was in a not the guy, but the car that he was in. It was like a something 8, like an R8 or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, maybe no, it's not. No, it's not that. That's an Audi. Yeah, I can't remember what what he was driving. It was cool though. Give me a second. I need to just send a text to my wife real fast, and I can't do that with the VR. So you're going to look at a blue screen. Actually, no, you're not. I can put this back, and I can extend this out, and hopefully send that text this way. Asking... Okay. Oh, the engine sound is kind of annoying. Honestly, maybe it was a bad idea to go in that quickly. So we don't have a time yet, but it should be here momentarily. I would imagine it's right now. Boom. What do we got? Goggles. Come on. What did you run? 2 seconds off late breaker. That's a really good sign. Should be a good sign for the type of race. Oh, top 5 are in that 2 point within 3 seconds, I should say. We hit a stupid lap. I don't even know how we did that, honestly. Like, that's... Oh no, I lost the chat on my phone here. Hold on. Okay, that handles that. Where'd the chat go? Why can't this? Oh, there it is. It's like really hard to see in my goggles. And for some reason, it wants to split screen my... There we go. Okay, we're back. How do we finish? 2:03.52. We were 2 seconds faster? I don't even know how... I have no idea how we hit that 2:01. That's the first time. We have... Our fastest lap part of that, I think, was a 2:08. Which is still fast, because we didn't hit that at all in the race, period. But I need to fix my phone here. I'm going to have to go... Sorry, I need to put it on the blue screen for just a moment. Sorry about that. Just be patient here for a second while I get this hooked up. I just can't do it with, like, the glasses kind of barely leaning off. I have to do it like this. And there we go. Okay. So we did it. We have the pole position. Complete polar opposite. By the way, we are on softs, right? Yeah, we are. Last race, we started dead last because qualifying session sucked and finished second place. Now we're starting pole position. So we are in control of our own destiny. And on top of it, we accomplished the one goal that I set out for that race, which was to have no penalties. We did lose the car, I think, twice. But they weren't bad. They were really easy to get back on track. But yeah, we had no penalties. So we're going to try and do that again this race. And again, we're really not... This is low stakes for me on this channel. It's really low stakes. So if I'm getting a ton of pressure and I just don't have the pace, I'm not holding up the guy behind me, right? I'm going to be competitive. I'm going to, of course, take my lines and make them make the pass. But... by no means am I going to slow them up or wreck them or anything like that. So we're going to do our absolute best here. And, yeah, and just kind of smoke everybody. We'll see how many laps we can get out of the soft tires. I think because we weren't making any mistakes, we pitted on lap 15, and we probably could have gone to 16. And what I mean by no mistakes is, you know, obviously when you're spinning out, you're just wearing out your tires that much faster. So we want to avoid that, obviously. So I think, of course, everything goes according to plan. There's no reason why we shouldn't win this. But we need to, gotta be smart. So tactics-wise, we're on the softs until I decide to get off of them. I'm going to try and stay on them as long as I can. I need some more water. Oh, I don't think I have enough time. I don't think I have enough time. We'll get the water. We'll do the water now. Actually, I think I do have enough time. Yeah, we did. Okay. Whew. I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a good one. Leaning forward here so I get a good default camera position. If you have VR, you know you know. Okay, good run. Missed the shift there. I wasn't paying attention. We need a late brake on this, though. We got it. We don't want to get anyone running into us because they're used to the braking zones when you're going at a much faster speed than you are for that turn. So as long as we get through these sections, wow, we're going to have a pretty boring race up in front. Gonna be quiet just for a few moments here. I want to lock in and just get through these corners cleanly. Alright, there we go. That was one of the corners in the last race where I messed up early in the race because I was just kind of talking and not really thinking, and kind of got careless after we had made some crucial passes, and I think we gave up 5 positions. I don't want to do that this early in the race. So we're going to just manage this gap for now. We don't need to push super hard, but we can't make that kind of mistake too often. And here we go, race lap. First lap is completed in the big race. Second lap, 2:04.1 with the pit included. I think that's okay. Let's start setting in some hot ones though. And we got that 2:01 by just being smooth through these sections. We don't have to override these corners. But staying tucked in on that last one is important. Oh, I should not have shifted twice there. This is the corner I need to do that in. Same deal, now we've got a little bit of a gap, but we can't get comfortable. I love that turn. And I downshift a second there, deliberately not getting on the gas because I don't want any wheel spin. All I want to do is just kind of force the car to like push itself forward a little bit to get the rotation. I don't know how to describe that, but there's a little bit of a jarring that happens with the car, and it kind of helps get the rotation, and I shift right back into third. Oh, I should not be in first there, and I don't want to get a penalty. I need to be careful with that corner. Starting to pull a little bit of a gap, so we're going to stay on it. 3.6, we can do better. We're going to try and keep it above 4, that's for sure. Feeling great. Oh. That's our fastest section through there, but we really bruised that first curb. The wedge, I should say. It wasn't really a sausage, was it? Yeah, just a little bit. Like once I want to get that rotation, I just don't want to lose. I don't want to like cause the brake. I don't want the braking to cause the rotation because then I feel like I'm losing speed. But that quick little downshift a second is enough to nudge the car into a better rotation, and then right back up to third and then on the gas. It just feels so good. All right, 3 laps done. 2:02, let's go. Second fastest lap time ever for us. Yeah, I gotta be careful here. If you're just popping in on the stream, those sections right there will wreck you with the newest update. The green stuff is very slippery, so you want to just make sure that you're not hard on the gas when you touch it, or in a big turn. Obviously, you want to be straight and smooth. That's better. I did not mean to get the first gear. I thought when I downshifted the first time, it didn't actually shift it. We're definitely not dropping the two guys behind us. So even though on the qualifying time our lap time was 2 seconds faster, like I'm not hitting 105s and they're probably hitting their 203s. Or I'm in 201s and 203s. So we're definitely going to keep our pace if we're matching their pace, that's for sure. And then obviously if they're battling and taking risks, then they'll make mistakes. So we're just not going to take very many risks. And just keep it clean. Another 202. Man, it's so good. Feels so good. There we go. I know we've been faster through that section. I'm just trying to not push it. Oh man, we're going fast now. Come on, keep turning. Woo. Fast lap there again too, or fast section I mean. We're smoking. Let's see what our hot lap is now. 2020. Little deep there. Just trying to stay tucked in on that curve without hitting the gas, because that's such an easy spot to spin out. Oh, save that one. I don't even see the guys on the map anymore, so we have definitely dropped them. Or they got into each other, which would be a bit of a shame. No, they're kind of still there. So it's possibly they got into each other, but hopefully everything's keeping it clean. I had breakfast this morning, by the way, and my stomach is grumbling, and I never have breakfast. But I did it because I knew I was going to need it today. I can already feel my stomach tightening up, being like, bro, let's get some food in here. So I think after this race, we'll grab a granola bar, hit up the bio break. I do have the chat, what do they call that? Text to speech going on with inside of the PlayStation here. So I don't think there's been any comments yet. But if there has been, apologies for not noticing it, because again, they just don't appear visually here inside the headset. I have to only hear it and listen for it. Otherwise I can check for it after the race. But hopefully everything is going well. If you're racing in the Manufacturer's Cup, which manufacturer did you pick? I didn't realize this car was amazing when I picked it. I just loved the way it looked. And I've used it before, so I knew I liked the cockpit view of it. That's kind of important to me, is I want to be able to, if I can help it, if the car is competitive, I want to be able to have some type of rear view camera. And I love being able to glance out of the right side view mirror. In most cars, that's not really something you do. You just kind of check the radar, or the map, I should say. But sometimes I like to pop over. In this car too, it's very difficult. So I just use the radar, or the map. But there's cars out there. I can't remember one off the top of my head. I feel like it's the Audi. I'm not 100% sure. But there's no camera to see behind you, and so it just makes it hard to manage the race without relying on the radar. I stayed in second a lot there. I don't know why I did that. I just got off gear and messed up, but salvaged it. Obviously no mistakes so far. A little deep. Not the greatest exit. Still a good lap though. Still a good lap for us. Whoa. I don't know why I downshifted there either. Didn't need to. Downshifting there, it slows you down if you're trying to use third gear to coast around that last right-hander. And, oops, still too early. So it's easy to feel like you're getting too far to the inside where the grass is. And naturally, the way to correct that is by giving it a little bit of gas, but you don't want to do that. Oh, we hit the edge of the grass right there. Just to kind of demonstrate my point. Got to give it gas to coast further on during the turn, but then you end up spinning as a result. So usually, if you can help it, you want to stay in fourth in that last turn, and then in sort of that S section. I don't know what they call it. So far the pace is great. We have half our tires, so we should be able to get through 16 laps on these softs. Of course, you know that the worse the wear they get, they tend to get a little, a little bit like that. Oh, actually, that was my fault. I thought I downshifted in a second, but I didn't. I thought just now I was in first, and I was in second. So never mind, that's not the tire's fault, that was mine. So there's a possibility here that we could run into some lap traffic. Depending on how well our pace is compared to the people who are not having a great race. And when they pit, because the pit's about 24 seconds, somewhere in that range. But I don't think we'll lap anybody. You'd have to have a really bad race. And usually when that happens, people just leave. In fact, we already have one person drop off entirely. Oh my god. I forgot to get off the brakes. Oh, almost touched that green stuff. That's slime out. That's like, yeah, it's totally like slime out there. To the 203, yeah, high 203s. I imagine that's going to be what we're at with these tires as well, is around that 20, like low 202s and like, oh my god, I'm not paying attention. Saved it though. I totally missed my braking point. Oh, didn't save it there. We need to get back on the track. If we had only let it go the first time. I hate doing that though. I would rather get back on the track if I can help it, because it says 3 seconds, but it's more like 5 seconds. And then on top of, so we lost the 5 seconds naturally, and then on top of it, we reset for another 2 seconds. So that was like an 8-second loss. In fact, we're off the pace a lot right now because the tires are just dirty and slippery. I can feel how slippery they are right now. So we probably gave up like 10 seconds just now. Yeah, look at that. That's so slippery. We need these tires to like shape up. 15 seconds that we lost. That sucks. 15 seconds in that one screw up. And they're still a little slippery. Kind of being sensitive with them here. I think they're back now. Yeah, they feel about right. But yeah, we gave it 15 seconds. Fortunately, we're still in first. That sucked. Yeah, these tires are still good. 17 seconds right there off of our fastest time. Whew, that's not good. I'm glad we had that huge of a lead though. It's kind of nuts to have a lead that big, honestly. If we can win by that much, I'll be very happy. Yeah, the tires feel so much better now. All right, we'll keep pushing. Sometimes what happens is when like the leader or someone that you're trying to catch up to messes up like that, and then you start to see them pull away again, it's very easy to be tempted to override the track, causing a big mistake instead of just settling in and taking the position, you know. So it's possible. It's always possible for that first lap when they if we're able to put a gap back on them. People behind can make that mistake again, or can make a mistake, I should say. Not again, because they didn't make one to begin with, probably. Tire is looking pretty good. I didn't see what that lap was. I can't tell. I just want to get through this corner nicely again. Oh, almost did it again. Yeah, we're just not fast through there right now. We're just being very cautious. Trying to minimize the risks here. Something I really like though in this game is that the blue flags ghost. So you never have to worry about retribution or payback from someone that might be in last place based off of a racing incident. Oh my god, I'm missing all my shifts. And you can just race your own pace, not have to worry about contact. A little early on that one, but that's all right. Oh, they're pitting as well. That person's having a very unfortunate race. As we hit a 205. I don't know if we're going to get to 15 laps on these. That spin out really hurt the tires. And I was using the shifting there to correct my angles because on one of them I was too wide, and then that would bring me back into being too far on the inside. So I was using the juggling of the gears there to help keep my position appropriately. Oh, don't turn, don't turn. Yeah, right there, that green stuff was going to be nasty. I need to make sure I was off the gas as well. I'm like super deliberately being quiet in that section. Oh, I wonder if that person didn't know that they need to, that we ghost. But thanks, Mozam. We'll see what the tires look like. We may not. I didn't actually, I didn't get the name of that guy, but thanks to that person as well. I know they don't, not everybody knows that you don't have to pull over or pull aside. I mean, in racing, everyone knows what the blue flag means, but in this game, you just ghost. So I hate to ruin anyone's race because of a blue flag. I'm feeling it's going to be too risky to stay out another lap, though. So we'll switch over to the mediums right now. It would be unfortunate, though, if our lead was so small that the person behind us in second place had already pitted and we didn't. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do one more. The wear's looking fine and I'm feeling great. And we're not hitting the fastest lap times, but these lap times aren't going to be worse on those mediums. Locking in. Yeah, totally locking in. That was great. I like the way that I like the way that I exited that corner. Negotiating these tires felt good. Yeah, we're definitely going to pit now. Last race we could have pitted at this moment with better tires and gotten, or not pitted on 15 like we did last time, but it's too risky now to make another mistake as big as we did. So we're going to go take that pit. Alright, so we've got the mandatory mediums. It's very important not to miss that. It's very easy to get antsy with your button presses, miss it, hit the wrong tire, and then end up losing a bunch of time, either from a penalty or another stop in the pit. At that point, I think you just take the I don't actually know what the penalty is for not pitting or missing the tires. Is it a minute? Oh no, no, don't fuel, don't fuel. I forgot to hit the button there. Alright, still in the lead. I don't know who is behind us. I'm not sure if that's the second place guy, but we're just going to assume it is. And race our own race like we have been before, and hopefully try to gap him. A little deep, but we're still in good shape. So we definitely pulled out a huge lead after we did that spin to consume 20 seconds there and still be in first. Although it's still possible that the person had pitted at the same time that we did, but I'm going to go with the assumption that they pitted before us, because I went really long on those soft tires and I don't think anybody else did. That would be just my guess. I have no way of knowing, because unfortunately in the VR we just don't get the same information as you guys that aren't using the VR do. I can't see who's in what position. I have no deltas. I have no information of when they pit, what tires they switch from and to. Nothing. And I wish it was like on a channel, like inside of here. It doesn't have to be on the screen, but nothing. We have nothing of that in here. So very much still immersive in that respect. Because you don't, it's not like you have a crew chief telling you this stuff in your ear, like, oh, you know, second place pitted, they went to mediums or whatever. Like, there's no information like that, obviously. So we make do with what we have. But it would be nice to know. I hope maybe someday they'll patch it in, or maybe the next iteration of that we'll have it in the game. Still 15 people in the race, though. That's pretty good. Only one person dropped. Usually for long races like this, I think it's 3 or 4 people you see disappear. Especially if they're paying attention to points. You know, you don't get a ton of points for those low positions. You might as well use the time to practice. But it's cool to see everybody staying in the lobby, staying in the race. Yeah, we're hitting really good times. Medium tires are working great. Oh no, we're gonna spin it. I think they're ghosting, so that must be a lapper. Yeah, we're good. Oh my gosh, they just spun out. Oh no! Oh no, they didn't. That sounded like they spun out. I heard tires squealing and then they just dropped off the radar. Oh, 0.6 up here. That's great. So even though we lost time on that lap, like I was just trying to explain, is you definitely want to try your best to get yourself stopped and get back on the track and not reset, because you'll just lose. You're guaranteed to lose 5 seconds. Plus, obviously, the normal time of getting back up to speed. That's going to be true for either case. Really good, really good. We might have to do more races if these points combine. I know they're not supposed to. So we got 27 in the first race. We're at 33 right now. I'm hoping that they don't turn into, like, 60 points. That would be weird. Oh, get off the grass. I didn't learn my lesson. I'm being very quiet right now because I'm feeling my body tense up in my chest, and I think it's just... I'm not really sure what that is. It just feels a little weird. Doesn't feel like adrenaline or anything like that. It just kind of feels like maybe I didn't stretch well enough. Let's have some deep breaths. Maybe that's too much tension or something. I didn't have any coffee today. I've already had 2 giant things of water. And I need to use the restroom, actually. As soon as we finish this race, we're going to register for the 3rd race of the stream. But I'm not going to qualify. I don't think I'm going to qualify. I think we'll just see however it lands is how it'll land. I'm going to get a granola bar. I'm going to go hit up the restroom. And if we start in the back of the pack, then we start in the back of the pack. We're heading into the final lap. 2:05.5, definitely not a fast lap, but we don't need it to be at this point. We're just cruising it home. Oh, excuse me. Maybe that's all it was some gas I was feeling. Maybe I just needed to burp. Oh, that turn right there, if you feel like you're going to go off, you really got to get on the brakes quickly because you do not want to get into the sand. You're going to hit a dead stop and have a hard time getting back on the track. And then by the time you do get back on the track, the game will probably want to reset you. So if you feel like you're going to go push wide, just get on the brakes. Try to save it. Four seconds, 2 seconds. Oh, one. Otherwise, right. I'm not sure why I said 4 seconds. I knew it wasn't 4 seconds slower. Oh, I almost touched that green stuff there. I got a little sloppy. Oh, we touched the grass there. No spin out because we weren't really... I got off the gas as I hit the grass. And the race is over. We win! Woohoo! We did it. Oh, look at that. Goggles is in second. That's great. He was in second as the qualifier was finishing up. Where did I saw him. Oh, it was late breaker. He's the person that. Oh no, he's right there in 8th place. Never mind. Definitely had some problems there because that was, I think, your third fast qualifier was late breaker. So he's having a rough race. 10 seconds off. 30 seconds for third. Man, we did good. That's 30 seconds with a 15-second loss from that spin out. So we almost won by 30 seconds. That is insane. 2-minute penalty. So that must be the penalty for not pitting and not changing your tires. Something like 2 minutes is a ton of time. And we have a 2-second penalty. That's probably a collision. But 2 minutes, that must be the penalty for not changing tires. So I'm assuming maybe Kleber was on mediums the whole time. Yeah, it's not worth it. Change the tires. 20 seconds is not worse than 2 minutes. Crazy. What else is happening here? Yeah, 2 seconds is like a penalty for like a collision or a shortcut or something. Doesn't seem to be that different. It looks like maybe they were finishing at the same time. I'm not really sure if the penalty... Oh no, the penalty is applied to the total time. So yeah, it was 52.8 prior to that moment. So who knows, maybe there's some contact between those two. I know we passed Bell. We didn't repass Mozem. But it's all finished now. Good race, everybody. So we should have fast lap in here as well as pole position. So 3 stars. I'm going to take the... 2 stars. Oh, clean. We didn't have a clean race, I think, because we wrecked. But we're going to take the screenshot right there. All right. There we go. That is the end of that race. Tell everyone thanks. So yeah, so it did not total up our points there. This is what we want to see. So best result so far is 33 compared to the 27. That's what you want to see. So we're going to do one more race. I do remember we can't stay in here long because it's only like 10 seconds before the next race starts. So I need to get over there quickly. Oh, we missed the entry period. Okay, so we have 45 minutes to wait. What do we do? I can't see the points table. I don't really think maybe it's worth dragging the stream out for 45 minutes. So maybe we just do a 2-race stream today and call it a day. Point rankings. No relevant data. Obviously, because nothing's done. I think we're just gonna go ahead and call it here. So we got to win. We'll take the 33 points, and we'll see how it goes next week. That was fun. It was a good race. Good race overall by everybody. Unfortunately, we just didn't make the third. We didn't make the cut for the third race. It just dragged out a little bit too long, unfortunately. And I don't want to make the stream drag out for another 40 minutes. So yeah, we'll end it here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope the racing was fun and entertaining. And that's kind of what I'm all about, is just trying to make it fun. Try to be clean. That first race was fun. If you didn't get a chance to check out the first race, that was a pretty entertaining race. I'd recommend just rewatching that one. The first race is great. But we'll catch you next week. I can't guarantee I'll have a stream before next Saturday, but I'll try to have a stream before then to just to sort of practice and get familiar with the next track that we're at, which looks like actually it'll be the Circuit Gilles Vela venue. Wow, that's a hard CGV. CGV is next round 2, next weekend or next Saturday. But yeah, that's enough rambling on my end. Take care, y'all. Bye bye.